Hi, I'm Denise Gagne, and I'm here with my little Screencastify video to share with you holiday concert ideas with no singing and to go over our lessons for November week 4. So, in the online learning modules, you'll find these over here, and in the general section, I've got holiday concert ideas, holiday boomwhackers, holiday bucket drums. And I won't be able to share all of these with you because we've got lots of ideas in here, but there's lots of ideas here for your lessons leading up to Christmas break and lots of possible performance ideas where you don't have to sing. So I've got a list here. So this module includes Jingle Bells Cup Game. We wish you a Merry Christmas. And since the last webinar that I did, the last video that I did, we've added instructions. So let's just jump in and have a look at what we've got here. So here I've got the instructions for the Jingle Bells Cup Game. And I think I explain it quite nicely. And I'm going to show you how to do the first part of the Jingle Bells Cup Game. So the first part we're going to do ta, clap. We're going to do that 8 times with the words dashing through the snow. Let's practice together. Here we go. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. That's the first part. Part 2, we're going to start with a clap pattern. Jingle bells, and then on the cup, jingle bells. Hands again, jingle all the way. And I'm skipping out the word the. Let's try that much again. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. So there's lots of practice opportunities. And then we do a play along with the music. This arrangement is quite fast. So remember that you've got the gear wheel right here in between the volume button and the full screen button. And I can slow this down to 3/4 speed if I want to, but it shows how to do it with the music. This is 3/4 speed. So there's an A and a B section, and we show both. I'm going to add in a video of this under black lights because it's going to be really fun and really cool to do under black light. So you would need white gloves, a white cup. I actually bought some styrofoam cups. I think will work even better under the black light, and we'll add that. So here is the instructions for the sevens game. In the last webinar, I showed you the finished product under the black light that looks cool. In here, I do the instruction for it so that you learn how to do that sevens game. So in this one, let's see how long this is, 2 minutes. We'll take a look at it. Practice along with me. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Pattern 2 is tap, clap, snap, snap, clap, snap, tap, clap, snap. Whenever we have good tidings to you, that's the pattern that you'll do. Practice with me. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. Pattern 3 is our challenge pattern. Pat, cross, pat, snap, clap. It's tricky. Let's go through it slowly a few times. Pat, cross, pat, snap, clap. Pat, cross, pat, snap, clap. And that goes with the words. And then I do it lighted so that you can practice all those patterns. And again, if you want to slow it down a little, you can slow it down using the gear tool. And then we show how it looks under black light, and it's so neat. Pattern 2. And the challenge. And then the sections repeat. But if you're doing a virtual Christmas concert, any class that gets to do stuff like this under black light is going to really enjoy doing their performance and seeing it after. So Shine a Light for Peace was done for Remembrance Day, and we've left it up because it's appropriate for Christmas use as well for holiday concerts. Same with Dona Nobis Pacem. It's a lovely arrangement for rhythm band. And then our very own Judy Thomas is showing the ASL sign language for Just One Candle. This is the instructional video. This is the performance that she does with the music. And yeah, that's Just One Candle. Could be used for Remembrance Day, could be used for holiday concert, anytime you're doing a peace theme. And then we have a play along, a rhythm play along for the Just One Candle song. So you can choose, you got lots of options. Feliz Navidad, Joyeux Noel is not the Feliz Navidad pop song. It's one that is Spanish and French and English. So if you're teaching in a bilingual school, you have some options. Feliz Navidad, Joyeux Noel. And it's a fun little piece. And again, I would most definitely go through the parts one at a time with your students. So even if I have scrapers, I would play every part on them. So the drum part, if you have drums, great. If not, maybe bucket drums would work, or desk drumming. Here's my little piece of yoga mat, and there's my thing. But I would have every instrument learn the drum part. Every instrument learn the shaker. Every instrument learn the stick. Every instrument learn the finger cymbal. I can make this bigger with my trackpad on the Mac. I'm not sure how to do this when I'm not on my laptop. I can actually make it full screen because it's a video, so that's not a problem. And then teach each part in isolation, and then they come back and they repeat according to the form of the piece. I Hear the Bells is another cute little piece. For Jingle Bells, I went to Dollarama and I bought a package of bells. I got this many bells in a package for $1.50 from Dollarama. They had 100 pipe cleaners for $2. And actually, this one I cut in half. I don't even need to use a whole pipe cleaner. And 2 bells makes a nice, pretty little sound. I can substitute this for my finger cymbals. I can substitute this for triangle. And so that's a nice little thing to have. Elene, again, if you're in French immersion, here's a selection for you. The rhythm band is not easy. It would be suitable for third, fourth, fifth, middle school even. It's we test all these pieces in our office, and that was fun for all of us to play. There's We Wish You a Merry Christmas Rhythm Band. If you don't want to do the black light, you have another option. You can do it with Rhythm Band. And the Christmas ABCs, this recording uses Z for our American friends, and this recording uses Z for our Canadian and Australian friends. So that is everything that is in the Holiday Concert Ideas module for now. More is coming. Next module, Christmas bucket drumming. And I changed the order a little bit from when I first uploaded so that the easiest was first and African Noel it's not quite as easy. So we've got lots of pieces. And as you can see, our video editor has now added in the bucket drum demo so you can see how to play as you go through. And you get the idea. So I think this demo is going to really help. Jolly Old St. Nicholas, same idea. There's also a Boomwhacker play along for this piece. Up on the housetop bucket drum is going to be, again, nice and easy. If it's too quick for your kids to practice, slow down the speed. African Noel. I really like this arrangement. And again, this is more grade 4 and up, grade 4 to 8, rather than primary. This is a little bit more challenging bucket drum parts. Christmas chopsticks. I like this. It's a 3/4 piece and it's fun to play. It's not too difficult. I put it after African Noel just because it's 3/4 meter. I don't teach that till 3rd grade. So 3rd grade and up could learn the Christmas chopsticks. Holidays Are Here is an original piece by Craig Castles. And this, again, is a fun piece with some interesting little challenges. If you want to teach 8th notes, I call this note T. So this would be rest, T, ta, rest, T, ta is how I would call it. This rhythm also is, it'll fit well with the piece, so it won't be too hard for the children. And the rhythm names I use, ta, ta, ti, tam, ta, ta, ti, tam. So a good opportunity to teach all those. Let's try a little bit of this one. So ta, 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 tick, 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 rim, 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 rim. Repeat. And that would be a good concert opener. Holidays Are Here. Great way to open your concert. It actually doesn't say anything about Christmas. So if you're in a school that doesn't do Christmassy type things, it's a holiday song. Over the River and Through the Woods, we don't have the demo for that one yet. And it could be Thanksgiving as well as Christmas. So this is our bucket drumming. I'm going to show you my yoga mat that I've cut up. The yoga mat is 64 inches long by 24 inches wide. And my estimate is I'm going to get 32 mats out of one yoga mat, 32 practice pads. These are quite thick. So instead of the sound this camera down so you can see. If I'm drumming on the desk, really loud. If I'm drumming on the pad, it dampens the sound considerably. On the bucket drum as well, I have my bucket drum here. I've made these foam pads 6 inches by 8 inch. It fits perfectly on the top of my 5-gallon Lowe's bucket. Here's the bucket without the pad. With the pad, a much nicer sound. So it doesn't take long. I cut the long way across the mat with scissors, and to get the sides nice and even, once I had the long strip, I cut the 4 sections off with a paper cutter, and it worked really well. So adding this to your buckets is going to be very helpful. I'm going to do a look at the Christmas Boomwhacker selections. I'll do more on it in another video. But these are all the videos that we have made for bucket drumming. So African Noel, we've got first regular notation to play on the Boomwhackers. And you're going to have to teach your students, do this line and then jump to this line. This is one system. This is another system. So you'll have to teach your children that. And the first thing that we include is the kids' note notation. When we did this in office, our non-musicians were struggling with the colored notation. So we added the kids' note notation. And this really does make it very easy for all your students. You could do this down to grade 2, maybe even younger. And then the second time through, same song. Now we just have the colored notation. So if you want to challenge your students to remember those notes, use the colored notation. So we have Jolly Old St. Nicholas, kids' notes first, then colored notes. Up on a housetop, we have Joy to the World, kids' notes, and then Joy to the World, colored notation. Christmas chopsticks, kids' notes, Christmas chopsticks, colored. And another note too, these are a little bit slower, the accompaniment tracks for practicing. So the practice one is slower. The performance one with the colored notation is going to be a little bit quicker. And the colored one has the voice, the vocals as well. So practice with the kids' notes and work your way up to performance tempo. Du viens, again, we have something for our French immersion teachers. Over the River for Boomwhackers and colored notation. And Oh Come Little Children. So there are 8 new Boomwhacker pieces for you. So for part 2 of this little video, I'm going to quickly go through each of the lessons for the week. So pre-K lesson 12, this is week 4, November. And we're going to do a new welcome song. I don't know if you're getting tired of Time for Music, but I certainly have. And so it's Music Time is a new offering. Vocal exploration with the cards. Again, a good way just to get kids' voices working if they're at home. In person, most people can't sing. Letter H says, ha. Letter H says, ha, ha, like hippo. Letter H says, ha. And then we do the hula hippo song. Here's a kid's demo if you want to see the movements that I do, the hula movements. And this is a demo of the song I Like Playing in the Snow. In this particular preschool, I had no technology. So I brought in pictures to show the kids the song. If you have Musicplay online and a projector, you can show the whole song. And here's the song I Like Playing in the Snow. I want kids to make up their own movements, and I want to see if they can make some new verses. This past weekend, I went sledding with 3 of my grandkids, and it's fun. It's terrifying. For a senior citizen to go sledding is definitely a little more dangerous than when you're 6 or 7. We review the long and short sounds from the previous week, and we suggest you do the mystery box with long and short sounds. So if you have something like a triangle, a that plays a sustained sound, you put that in the box. And then you have something like sticks that play a short sound. You put them in the box so the kids can't see what you're playing. And then they have to tell you if it's long or if it's a short sound. This is a tough concept for our little guys. So this is a fun way to get them to practice that concept. This is review. Letter G says G, grumpy, gorilla, grunts. Always a fun one with the kids. And you can see they're enjoying doing the demo. Play along with African drums, whatever instruments you have. If you have your homemade instruments, if you have your instrument kits, I just want kids keeping a beat and getting exposed to music from another culture. For Thanksgiving Turkey Tango, the comments in the Musicplay Teachers group this week were that kids were really, really liking this song. And we end with Skin and Marink. Even if you're not doing Thanksgiving this week, still do Turkey Tango just because it's so much fun. Kindergarten lesson. We're still with Welcome to School with these guys, and we're going to learn Phony Baloney, which is an acting out game. Barnacle Bill, we don't have a kids demo for this. This is another one where I would love for some of our teachers to create us kids demos. Review Old King Glory, and I've included the adaptations for Zoom or in person. So the new one is Phony Baloney. Are you a phony baloney? Are you a phony baloney? Are you a phony baloney? Or can you go like this? Tap your hand on your shoulder. Tap your hand on your shoulder. Tap your hand on your shoulder. Can you go like this? And so one child on the Zoom gets chosen to create a movement. Whatever they want to do, they can do, and the rest of the class copies them. And of course, if you're in person, you do it exactly the same way, except that no one sings. You just play the recording. Barnacle Bill. And again, I would love to have the actions for this. I can share with you what I do. I guess I can't full screen and do it. I'll just play it and show you. When Barnacle Bill was one, he learned to play a drum. Bonnie over in the clover, half past one. When Barnacle Bill was two, he danced the old sawshoe. Bonnie over in the clover, half past two. When Barnacle Bill was three, he learned to lift his knee. Bonnie over in the clover, half past three. When Barnacle Bill was four, he learned to scrub the floor. Bonnie over in the clover, half past four. When Barnacle Bill was five, he learned to do the jive. Bonnie over in the clover, half past. And if you want to make us a kids demo, I would love to see what movements you come up with and your students come up with for the song. Old King Glory on Zoom, you would point to the kids as you go through. The first one, the second one, the third, follow me. Those three children stand up. You do it again, sing it again, until everybody in your Zoom lesson is standing. In person, play the recording, and you point instead of tagging. I actually have a flashlight, and this makes a great pointer. So I can point to the students in my class. So there's no arguing about who is the first one, the second one, the third one. The teddy bear song, we did the interactive activities last week, and these are such good interactive activities. I would review them and do them as well. Turkey Tango is fun for the kindergartens as well as your pre-Ks. And Thanksgiving option is I'm Glad I Have a Nose. And this is a link to the Thanksgiving units. Okay, grade 1. This is the week where we get to make new verses for Down by the Bay. And so I have put in here in the supporting resources a class book template for Down by the Bay. These make really good subplans. And if you're in person and you're really struggling with what do you do with these kids when you can't sing, this again is an option that gives kids something to do. They listen to the song. I would keep playing the song over and over again, and they illustrate the parts of the song. So the words of the song are split up. Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go. So one student would illustrate this page. Another student would illustrate, for if I do, my mother will say. It'll be really fun to see what illustrations the kids come up with. Now, in this particular book, there's 15 pages. If you have more than 15 first graders, copy 2 sets so that you have 2 books at the end of it. And you always have some child who's going to finish really fast and be finished way ahead of everybody else. So having that second book to make up per class is helpful. You can put these books, you coil them after the kids have finished illustrating. You keep one in your classroom so you have a big book. If you enlarge it and put it on 11 by 17 paper, it fits perfectly on a black music stand. If you don't enlarge it, they still make really nice books. And the kids in grade 1, because the lyrics are predictable and they've heard the song many times as they're creating this, they can follow along in the pages. You can give one to your grade 1 classroom teacher. They love having these class books in their classrooms. Give one to the library. Give 2 or 3 copies to the library and let kids sign them out and take them home. So this class book is, again, really good for substitute teachers. If you don't want the kids to illustrate, but you like the idea of them tracking the words as they sing, give them the reproducible little book. All the words are written out and they are illustrated. They could do a little coloring in here. They could color a cover picture. But now the kids take these, they cut them out, they assemble them, they staple them, and they can follow along the song as they go. There is one of these little books in almost every grade 1 lesson for the entire school year. And I've had teachers from schools where they're maybe Title I schools or schools where the kids don't have a lot of reading material at home. They send these little books home with them every week. And then the kids can sing and read the song at home. So, welcome to music. Play Poison Melody with So and Me. There's a hello game. You can play this on Zoom. In person, you're going to have to say it instead of singing it, and try and include everybody in the game. Sing and create new verses. You can sing if you're on Zoom. If you're in person, I would say making the class book is a really good option. Sing and rock your stuffed animals to Fado-Do. If you have a collection of stuffed animals in your room, as long as they're disinfected between classes, you could give these. We call these beat buddies. So as I sing, Fado-Do, cola ti frera, I sing and I rock my beat buddy. For your kids at home, ask them to go find one of their favorite stuffed animals and rock them to Fado-Do. And then we have a listening selection by Edward Grieg that is also a lullaby. So I would rock those stuffed animals one more time. Because a lullaby is quiet, you would talk about why lullabies are quiet. You're not going to put a baby to sleep if you're really loud. And so good opportunity to do the loud, quiet, interactive. And there's a whole menu of things you can do, but I really love doing this activity with my little ones. And if I'm in first grade, sorry, I'm going to go back there. I'm going to make the pattern. And I say and clap the patterns or play the pattern on an instrument. So let's try this one on my tambourine. Quiet, quiet, loud, 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 quiet, quiet, loud. And then the next activity, if your first graders are reading Ta and Titi, decide which ones you want quiet and which ones you want loud. And then you can perform. we'll go ta, ti, ti, ta, ti, ti, ta, ta, ta. And there is a track you can play with. Here we go. Ta, ti, ti, ta, ti, ti, ta. And it repeats. I'm going to stop there. If you are looking for that loud, quiet activity outside of the, oops, I just closed down my grade one, outside of grade one, look for the song Sleepy Bunnies. Sleepy Bunnies has that loud, quiet activity. I'm going to go back to my online learning section. I'm going to select grade one and lesson 12. I was trying to pre-pull up those tabs so that I wouldn't have to spend all that time doing it. So this is the basic lesson, Down by the Bay, the lullabies, loud, quiet. This is a fun game too. Look who goes here, Punchinello, little fellow. Look who goes here, Punchinello, little dear. And Punchinello makes up a movement, and all the kids in the class copy Punchinello's movement. So again, Zoom suggestions, and if you're in person, you would use the recording and choose children to be your movement leaders. Thanksgiving options, again, we've got another week to go until Thanksgiving. So that's grade one. Here is grade two, and there's a little bit of review and some new things. So welcome to music is, of course, review. Napoleon avait 600 soldats. We started that last week, but we included the kids demo for review. Play Match the Melody with Do Mi So that they're ready for Johnny Caught a Flea, and learn it from the note highlights. Tee, he, Johnny caught a flea. When I've played this game, I've passed a bug around and they guess. But the class who did this kids demo had a different idea, and they dramatized when the flea died. And I thought this was quite hysterical. These kids got funnier and funnier as it went on. And now another one gets to be Johnny. And the kids are having so much fun doing that. You might think it takes a long time, but the video is only 2 minutes and 21 seconds, and her whole class is able to participate in that time. So, suggestions for Zoom: you could get cups, hide an ugly bug under one of the cups, and move them around. And at the end of the song, you sing the song while you're moving them. At the end of the song, you ask the kids, you ask a child to point to which cup they think it's in. If they point to this one, nope, it was in this one. So you can give 2 or 3 kids an opportunity to guess where the flea is. So different options for different situations. There's a Solfa interactive activity where you name the Solfa notes. There is an activity where you create B sections with note interactives or manipulatives. And I put the note interactives into supporting resources. If you're in person, print these, give a copy to each student. If you're doing this virtually, get the kids to fold up a piece of paper in half again, and draw the notes on that piece of paper so that they can use them. And then they cut them up, and they are going to create a B section with that. And here is the interactive, so you can model how to do it with their note squares. Okay, I'm going to do T, 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 ta, ta, T, ta, T, T, ta. And I'm going to use this as a B section. I'm going to sing Johnny Caught a Flea as my A, and then I'm going to play my B section on an instrument. Tee, he, Johnny caught a flea. Flea died, Johnny cried, tee, he. Tee, tee, ta, ta, tee, ta, tee, ta, tee, he. So if you have 20 children in your class, you sing this song as your A, and each child gets to perform what they've created. And again, kids can do this on devices, or you can ask your kids to do those note manipulatives. And I think getting them off screen is a really good thing. If you are in person and you have ORF instruments and access to the ORF instruments during pandemic, you teach the ORF arrangement. So here's a copy of the manipulatives so that children at home can see to draw them. Review the Sing for Peace with and they can play along with this. And we have Thanksgiving options at the end of grade 2. The Fastest Turkey game is still my all-time favorite, but if you can't sing, that becomes difficult. Okay, let's look at grade 3. So in this one, the trickiest part was to figure out how to make an alternative game for Shake Them Simmons. So I suggest create movements for each verse of the song. So for Shake That Tree, do-oh-do, shake that tree, do-oh-do, shake that tree, do-oh-do, shake them Simmons down. And when we do right hand cross with my right hand first. Right hand cross, do-oh-do, right hand cross, do-oh-do, right hand cross, do-oh-do, shake them Simmons down. Of course, you can make up whatever movements you want. I've just given you some ideas. Left hand cross, start with your left. Left hand cross, do-oh-do, left hand cross, do-oh-do, left hand cross, do-oh-do, shake them Simmons down. For swing, oh swing, swing, oh swing, do-oh-do, swing, oh swing, do-oh-do, swing, oh swing, do-oh-do, shake them Simmons down. And all promenade, march in place. All promenade, do-oh-do, all promenade, do-oh-do, all promenade, do-oh-do, shake them Simmons down. This is a reading song, so you could play it on Boomwhackers, Bard instruments, or the virtual instruments. And here I've linked to the interactive xylophone. And I've got tabs up here. I can separate this tab and I can have my instrument separate from the music. So there's my instrument. And here is my music. And I'm going to make my music a little bit bigger. And I can use my trackpad on my Mac to make this bigger. So now I'm going to try C, D. Oops, I should have taken my ease off. I can click that and get rid of it altogether. So kids can explore this at home. And if you teach them how to split their screen or how to move a tab over, then you can see the music and you can play along. And this is in the Boomwhacker section of the website. So if you want, trying to get it back small. If you want to, you can go to the Boomwhacker section of the website. If you're in person, Boomwhackers are one instrument that's fairly easy to sanitize. So you could have your class learn how to do this on Boomwhackers if you're in person. We Come from Pluto is so much fun. I love this game. We show the kids demo first and then we learn it. Kids are getting experience in 6-8. The one thing the kids didn't do as clearly as I would have liked is on the bloop, bleep, bleep, bloop. I usually divide half the class to be the bloops and the other half is the bleeps. And you go down when it's your turn. So bloop, bleep, bleep, bloop, bleep, bleep. But if I was a bleep, I would go bloop, bleep, bleep, bloop, bleep, bleep. So I would learn both parts. If you're having troubles getting your 100 squats a day in, this is a great song for you. A sailor went to Diz, Diz, Diz. It is such a fun song. We don't want to give it away that it's Disneyland before they get there. But again, if you can sing via Zoom, that's super fun. If you can't sing and you're in person, you be the partner of everybody. A sailor went to Diz, Diz, Diz to see what he could Diz, Diz, Diz. So you be everybody's partner, like I'm being a partner with you right now. We have Thanksgiving options here as well, and a link to the Thanksgiving unit. So for grade fours, My Bonnie is so much fun. This one, every time you have the letter B, you change positions. So if I'm sitting to start on My Bonnie, I stand up. My Bonnie lies over the ocean. My Bonnie lies over the sea. My Bonnie lies over the ocean. Oh, bring back my Bonnie to me. And again, if you didn't get your 100 squats, doing, I can't remember the name, you'll get your 100 squats with My Bonnie. And then we use My Bonnie because it's in different tempos. We're going to use it to teach tempos. So here's kids' demo of My Bonnie. Here is the tempo tool. And in this tool, I've suggested using levels 3, 4, 5, or 11, 12, 13, which are in 3, 4 time. If the students aren't familiar with all those tempo terms, this is the teaching slides right here, where you can go through each of them, what andante means, what moderato means, allegro. And I like to say these in tempo and have the kids repeat. That's an R.D. Almeida idea. Vivace means to play or sing fast and lively. Vivace means to play or sing fast and lively. So you can review all those and then try clapping that rhythm at all those different tempos. Here is the tempo worksheet. If you put this in the background of a Google slide, the kids could complete it there. I have no problem with kids taking a piece of paper and numbering it from 1 to 15 or whatever the answers are and writing their answers out. I think that's a good thing for students to be doing. So they can write the answers on plain paper. Pop quiz. We haven't talked much about these in our webinar videos. So I've got a link, but the link goes to the song My Bonnie, and you will have to direct them to do the pop quiz on terms. And when you get it open, the default options are dynamics terms, but I want them to practice tempo terms because that's what we've been practicing. And the idea here is that you drag the air pump from the left to the balloon. So prestissimo means as fast as you can go. Largo, slowly. And if I get it wrong, it won't let me. Let's try very slow and broad. Oh, that's better. Adagio, that would be slowly. Ritardando, or rit, means gradually slower. Accelerando means gradually faster. Accelerate, step on the gas. Andante, at a walking pace. Vivace, fast and lively. Moderato, moderately. And presto is quickly. And you get them all right, and the balloon pops. So they are fun to do. So that is our grade 4 lesson. We're also going to do a short video on the percussion family, and then we link them to the virtual percussion instruments, where I've just suggested that they explore. And these are fun, like the virtual xylophone. If you want to do something in a different window, you can. So I can explore what all the instruments sound like. And I can hear, I can play. So I can play along. I'm going to have to go very quickly to play the game. What instruments do you hear? And then Thanksgiving options. I'm going to have to go very quickly to grade 5. I did the My Bonnie again, and I've got Ninoskamen for them to play along with on non-pitch percussion, and they can play with the virtual or the real. And then I have them learning the bucket drumming arrangements for We Will Rock You and for Jingle Bells. And I put it right in the lesson. They don't have to go outside. So We Will Rock You, super easy. It's just teet, teet, ta, but it's fun for the kids. They will enjoy it. And then play along with this, the song We Will Rock You. That takes them to a safe share link. Oops, I missed out Jingle Bells. I'll have to add that one in. And then our middle school lesson, we will review the hand clap game for Green Sally Up. That was taught last week. Learn about the percussion family, explore non-pitch percussion, learn the cup game for Jingle Bells, and listen to the song La Bamba and give them a project. Get them to create a hand clap game or a cup game or desk drum or create an accompaniment for unpitched percussion. We've given lots of examples of this, and it's always good to get the kids creating. So I hope you have enjoyed our little webinar on the November week 4 lessons and lots of options for your holiday concerts. I'm Denise Gagne. Thank you for joining me. You can comment on the Musicplay Teachers Group on Facebook. You can send me an email if you have any questions, denise@musicplay.ca. Thank you so much.